Hang tight.
And we are live here on Hot Tag Takes on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I am your host, John BRECKO. Ruben is looking suave today. I know he doesn't feel it, but that head is extra shiny. God damn. Ruben looks like he just went through the car wash. Ruben, how you feeling, man? Talk to us for a minute. Yeah, man, talk to us for a minute. I know you might snore on the mic, but I'll let it slide. It's okay.
Good, because I'm beat.
Yeah, man. What have you been up to today? You do seem very tired. What's been up with you?
Well, crap. Well, you're my second show today.
Okay.
Oh, boy, excuse me. I've been editing since 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay.
In
That's a
between
lot of
shows.
editing.
Yep, I had to do some errands.
Yeah, man.
Then came back here, did some editing. And then now I'm doing your show.
You just been back and forth running around, huh?
Yep, ever since 11.
That's why you went through
11:30 this morning.
That's why you went through the car wash. You probably stink too from all that running around.
I didn't stink of shit. I went to the car wash. I would have stayed asleep.
Nah, man. You would have probably felt good after that.
Yes,
You know when you get like a good shower, a good massage, and you just pass out after?
that's exactly how I feel right now.
It's exactly like that. Thank God he doesn't have the itis.
No, I don't. Oh yeah, I had. I do. I think I have a little food. I had.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I had some pasta with broccoli rabe.
You
couple
had
slices of pizza.
You had pasta with some sides.
Yep, I had pizza for a side, and then I had zucchini sticks. Yep, that's probably what it is.
Yeah,
It's probably a
man.
combination of a long day, a lot of pasta, and itis.
That's why you're sleeping while you're pressing buttons, man.
Yeah,
That's exactly
I
why.
know.
That
I-
pasta and then everything else on top of it.
Oh man, it just hit me like
It
boom.
It hit you all at once. It hit you. It feels like Mike Tyson bit you in the air. Like
Nah.
Jesus.
I feel like one of those Mike Tyson, knockouts right now.
You feel like Mitch Green right now, don't you?
Yep.
Anyways, but boxing is not why we're here. We're here to talk a
We
little
should
bit
be
of wrestling today with our guest. But the great thing about our guest is our guest can pretty much talk about
see.
anything under the sun.
You got to,
Sports,
Kenny, when you come on here, you got to say, I am great.
sports, stand-up, radio, wrestling, you name it. This man can talk about it, and he probably has. But I am very, very excited to bring this man on the show once again. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cody Graves.
What's up there, Smooth John?
Oh, man, I try to be like Silk for you, man. How you feeling? How you living?
I'm living all right, I think. I'm still kicking around. Long days, just like you. When you're creating content, man, it makes for some long days, but it's a passion project, so it's okay.
Oh my God, absolutely, man. I got to tell you, I don't feel smooth a lot of times when I come here because I work as a swim instructor. I think I told you this. So a lot of times I come from work, and it's cold in Jersey right now. So when a lot of guests come on here, I still got frosted tips on the back of my neck and my hair because my hair freezes out there, man. I walk in here with hair pointier than Frosty the Snowman's carrot nose. It's a struggle. Oh, man, but I'm glad everything's good with you. It's always good to see you, man. And the reason why I want to bring a lot of wrestling guests on is because I did want to make the show more wrestling themed, because the YouTube channel and the shorts are pretty much all wrestling themed as well. We just passed over 6,100 subscribers, by the way, Ruben. He normally sounds a little bit more excited, but he's asleep at the wheel today. Yeah, man. But so I wanted to shift over to that, and the thing with wrestling too is it's hot right now, man. We were talking about it before we got on the air. WWE is so top heavy with some of their talent. They look like they skip leg day when you look at their
Amen.
roster.
It's a,
Like
it's a good problem to have, like you said.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we talked about it. The Rock is back. John Cena just turned heel, which we got into for a lot of the end of last show. You've got rumors about who could be joining them because there's a little Hollywood elite faction possibly that might be happening. The Rock keeps putting up his fingers, and apparently it's supposed to mean something. You've got Cody Rhodes, the new big baby face of the company that people actually get behind. So I got to talk to you about this first. Well, let's talk about how you became a wrestling fan, and then I have a big question for you after you talk about that. Which one do you think was bigger looking at it? Because that's the big debate right now. Cena or Hogan, for as far as heel turns go.
Probably Hogan, because when he did it, nothing of that scale had been done before.
Okay,
So it was the original, and it caught, the internet wasn't as prevalent as it is now. So
right.
people were genuinely, as you saw about all the trash thrown in the
Oh my
ring,
God.
that's, just like Cena, he had those legions of young fans that had grown up with him and were in their 20s
Right.
and just pounding beers and chunking them in the ring. Man, it was a historic moment. I was never a Hogan guy. I was always a Flair guy, but
Okay.
I liked him. I liked him as a heel much better.
Hogan is a heel.
Yes,
He leaned into it, man, for sure. I
and I think it'll
think
be
the
good
thing.
for it'll be good for Cena. I think it's something he's probably wanted to do for a while, but
Yeah.
with the merchandise sales, and he gets a percentage of that, and his fan base stops buying the merch, he's got to make up that money elsewhere.
Yeah, man. Now he's in a point where he can make up that. And WWE is at a point where they have a lot of guys that, can sell merch and be faces for them as well, especially Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. The list goes on. But I think the thing that a lot of people take away from the Cena heel turn is when you look at the Hulk Hogan when we have a little bit of hindsight.
Hmm.
And for me, I'm still kind of throwing it back and forth in my head because I kind of want to see where this Cena heel turn goes. I am so excited to see John Cena cut his first heel promo since about 2003. And, man, watching him, go back and forth on the mic with Cody Rhodes is going to be something special. And I'm excited to see where he takes this new character. I think, again, with the Hogan, when we have a little bit of hindsight, and it makes me want to see what John Cena is going to do. Like, you know what I mean?
Hogan was with a lot of younger, hip guys, so that kind of helped him along
Right.
because outside of his usual stick, I'm not sure how he could have propped himself up, but he got to lean into it with some cool figures and kind of be like the cool heel, which was a first for wrestling to have those cool heels that was all right to cheer for. And Cena has the charisma, so he can pull it off by himself. But I think along with The Rock and whomever else they bring in, because I agree with you, he keeps holding the fingers up. So
Yeah.
he'd be a Hollywood faction.
He's
I
he's
think he'll be able to play off of them as well. But he can go on the mic.
he's talked about it in press conferences too. He talked about it, already when it, at the end of the Elimination Chamber press conference, along with Travis Scott hitting him in the face, which Travis Scott has gotten a lot of hate, but I'm excited for what Travis Scott is gonna do in the ring. Whatever they have him plan to do. They're already booing him, which they don't usually do for celebrities. People usually give celebrities the benefit of the doubt, and then they kind of watch them perform, and
Mhm.
then we kind of see it go south a lot of times. So, I mean, I am curious though. Who do you think they're gonna bring in as far as people go? Like I've heard Stone Cold Steve Austin. I heard one guy suggest Batista. Like, who do you think they might bring in?
I don't think it'll be Stone Cold. I just don't think he wants to do enough in-ring stuff.
I don't either.
He's proud of his legacy. He got to do that last match with a hand-picked opponent, which
Right.
he was able to get that out with KO.
Yeah.
And so maybe Batista,
You think
because
so?
I think he's in top shape. So if you're going to do a Hollywood type of faction, he would make good sense. I
Yeah.
mean, it's certainly not going to be The Miz. I don't I don't think CM Punk has had enough of a career in Hollywood to consider himself a Hollywood guy.
Listen,
So
I want them to have Miz in it just as like a stooge to get people's coffee and everything like that. You know, like how Sami Zayn was with the Bloodline.
true.
I think
And
that would be so amazing if he was like their errand boy, you know, just handing them scripts, getting them their food, like getting their cars for them, all things like that. Like I think
carrying all the luggage.
that would be so good for the Miz, and I think
He
it
could
would be
play. He
so
could play
amazing.
that. He could play that part up. I think, much like Sammy did with with the whole
Listen,
beginning of the tribal chief thing.
for anybody who doesn't think that would work, also remember when the Miz had a stunt double in Damian Sandow and how that was supposed to be a god awful idea, but Sandow did such a good job at mimicking, you know, every single one of his moves, even the stuff that didn't make any sense. He would
He
mimic
was
him when
over.
he would mimic him when he would fall in the ring. He would mimic him, you know, when he would mess up on the mic. He'd mimic him when he would get angry. Like the gimmick was just so hilarious, and he just made it work so well.
Long live Ms. Dow.
Oh my god, I miss it. I miss it, man. But oh man, there's so many different directions I could go. So many storylines even that are outside of Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And I do want to come back to this because Cody Rhodes cut two of the best promos probably of his entire year-long WWE run in the last 4 days, especially with that Shiner, by the way, which we'll get into that as well. But there's so many good storylines that are going on in WWE right now. You got Chelsea Green being the first, youngest, oldest, longest, shortest reigning champion of all
Mhm.
time. You've got her Secret Service members, Piper Niven and the newly inducted Alba Fire. You've got Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. A lot of great women's storylines, obviously. Um, there's so much you could pick from. Even Braun Breaker and Finn
Yeah.
Balor are looking to have a WrestleMania match, and I kind of want to see that. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I mean, outside of the Cody Rhodes John Cena storyline, what has you the most excited? Because I do want to talk more about that, but I do want to make sure we talk about the other stuff going on as well.
I'll be honest. I really want to see Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
That one,
Yes.
you know, here's the thing that had Elimination Chamber, the unsanctioned match, had so much intensity that I'm 100% with you on it. Do you just want to see Randy Orton break out the punt? Be honest.
He's going to do it. I just don't know if it'll be against Kevin Owens or not. But he may do it before. It may be after.
Well,
But
who else would it be against though?
there's no telling. Things will move very quickly as it ramps up towards WrestleMania. They want this thing to go otherworldly. I mean, they've already got a huge card if it was just right now. But you
Right.
haven't thrown Liv Morgan in the mix now. Alexa Bliss is back, and you don't have anything for her. Maybe put those two against each other or pair them
Yes.
up. There's just endless storylines. But Randy Orton coming back after the absence, people are really hot for that. Kevin Owens has been fantastic as a heel, so
Yes.
that can just go so many places. Maybe Randy is the one that comes in and goes in, maybe with Cena and Rock. He's like one of the old guys on the roster now, and
Maybe they could
seems like
possibly do that.
they would fit right in.
You know, here's one that I didn't actually mention at first, and after talking about it for a little bit, I started thinking of it. You know, Chad Gable with the luchador stuff has obviously been great. I,
Yes.
I, I saw you chuckle a little bit. You know, they made it look like it wasn't Chad Gable when they had another guy walking out with security. You know, it was just good stuff to watch, especially with the mask on. But what I really want to see, we have a women's United States champion. We also have an intercontinental champion.
Mhm.
I want to see Ivy Nile get that title. I love her presentation in the ring. I love her intensity. We talked a little bit about it actually last week when we had Ken of Wrestle Chop on the show. Shout out to Ken. Unfortunately, couldn't make it tonight because he's live streaming NXT Roadblock. Definitely go check that out once you're done here. But I love her presentation, and I loved the match last week too. And I kind of want to see her have a rematch at WrestleMania and be able to come on top. I don't know if that's the plan, but I would love to see it.
She's she's got that it factor in the ring. She really
Right,
does.
100%.
She's put together like a bulldog, man. She just
Oh
looks
my God,
dangerous.
brick shit house right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. But let's talk about this for a little bit before we get to some of the other storylines that are going on. How did you become a wrestling fan? Because you got to see Hogan, you've got to see so many other storylines over the years. How did wrestling for you even start?
Well, I'm an old guy. In fact, my birthday's Saturday, and I'll be the big double nickels. But
Yeah,
it was,
buddy.
yeah, late 70s. My brother, my brother was much older. Like he was like 13 or 14 when I was born. So
Right.
he was still at home. So I was probably 4 or 5 the first time I remember seeing wrestling on television. And it was in black and white because we didn't have a color TV, if that tells you anything. I started really coming in and being a casual fan when I was like 9 or 10.
Right.
And I remember the match. I don't remember the match itself. I remember a move that hooked me. I think it was December 31st of 1980. And
Wow.
somehow it was Kevin, David, and Kerry Von Erich threw a triple drop kick on somebody. And my buddy was staying the night with me. And we just both lost our minds because it I never even thought of anything like that happening before. And it was so, and the crowd popped so loud. So I knew it was a good thing. And from then on, I just took in as much as I could find. And of course, it was a once a week show back then. This was before TBS was carrying
Right.
Georgia Championship Wrestling. That came a
Wow.
couple of years later. And it just built from there. I grew up in Northeast Texas, so world class championship wrestling, some Mid South as well. And then once TBS started airing NWA stuff with, out of Georgia with Dusty Rhodes and Flair and, all
Yeah.
the big names of the 80s,
Oh yeah.
and WWE finally started, with WrestleMania and Vince taking it kind of nationally, started taking in that and buying the magazines because my mom, God bless her, she would buy me every magazine every week or that they come out periodically, like once a week, one release. And I steadily read everything I could find. And then by the time I got into radio and Raw came out,
Yeah.
followed, followed by Nitro, I don't think I've missed maybe 3 Monday nights since it started. And
That's
I mean, I just didn't
amazing.
watch them live. 3 times where I had to watch what I'd recorded. So I
That
mean, I've
that's
been a
that's
steady
ama-
fan.
that's amazing, man. Like just hearing all that from Georgia Championship Wrestling to Dusty Rhodes and Flair trading the title back and forth
Mhm.
to the start of WrestleMania, to Raw and Nitro, just all in one sentence, pretty much. You
All the
know,
way through. It's been a cool ride, man.
amount of history you just covered there. You covered probably about 2 decades of history in about one sentence, and I love it, man. So I was actually having this conversation again with Ken last week, and he started becoming a fan like around WrestleMania 4 or 5, back when they were having it in Trump Casino,
Mhm.
and looking at all the different shows that have gone into stadiums. The Summer Slams, the Survivor Series, the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber had 38,000 people. That's the crazy part. But, just looking the way everything has grown, I mean, it's been absolutely insane, from what it
Absolutely.
was.
It's become mainstream. So it's hotter now than it's ever been. That's crazy to
Right.
think after the Attitude Era.
Yeah, man. You thought it was hot back then. A lot of people are getting into it now. So speaking of people that'll be getting into it, PJ just walked into the studio. What's up, brother? How we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. How about you, John?
Good, man. You remember this man right here?
Oh, what's up, brother?
You
Good to
remember
see
who
you,
this
man.
man is?
Yeah, I remember Kenny Graves.
Yes, sir. He got him. Let's
man.
go.
Yes, sir. I spoke to you. I spoke to you many moons ago on this show.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, bro. How you been doing?
Yeah. Hanging in there, having a good time.
Good to hear, dog. And
All
you know,
right,
I brought
so-
a friend with me. I'm gonna move the camera so you can meet him too.
Yo. John.
Chris, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, we're going to talk a little bit of wrestling on the show, by the way, PJ. That cool with you?
Actually, here, PJ, you take your seat back.
Because PJ obviously know who John Cena is because he's not living under a rock. So, it'll be good
PJ
to talk
can
with you
see
about it.
him.
But we're going to see him in a second. There he is.
Sorry, I was doing my John Cena impression. You guys couldn't see me for a second there.
He is an impressionist comedian.
Listen, I've never watched wrestling, but I'm really thinking of starting to watch the one that's on Netflix because I've heard so many good things about it.
Dude, the last couple of episodes have been fire.
I've heard it's really good. What's it, weekly?
It's weekly, every Monday. You might be performing an AC, so you might have to go back. But,
I can blow an hour a Monday. I can do it.
yeah. But here's the thing. So this is the lowdown on what's been going down, right?
Okay.
So John Cena
I heard
was
of this.
at Elimination Chamber,
I
right?
heard of this.
And
this
here's the thing. All the clues were here in plain sight for us to look at. And I was actually on the show a couple weeks ago pointing out the Royal Rumble press conference that he did when he was like, I'm calling my shot for Elimination Chamber. I'm going to WrestleMania for my 17th championship. This is what's best for business for me to be who I say I am. And he said, I will win 17 to push this business forward and shake the hand of the man who wins 18. This is what he said. Ooh. And I'm like, and I didn't think much of it, but I was on the show like, you know what? What if John Cena just turns? And I was thinking if they do it, they're going to do it at WrestleMania. He's going to screw Cody out of the title. You know, they're going to have a nice face build up. And I don't know what's going to happen with The Rock, but that's how I thought it might happen. I did not expect what I got at Elimination Chamber. I had no idea they were going to do it that soon. But he goes into the match, right?
Yes.
And it comes down to him, and do you know who CM Punk is?
Heard the name.
Yeah, so it comes down to him and CM Punk. Seth Rollins, the guy who got eliminated before them, curb stomps CM Punk into the mat because he's mad he got eliminated by this guy.
Okay.
And you see John Cena's eyes just widen up on screen. And he runs over, puts him in a chokehold, chokes him out. John Cena wins. He's going to WrestleMania. You know, and Cody Rhodes and John Cena meet out in the ring. They're being nice to each other as it goes on. They shake hands. The Rock comes out. And I do want to get your take on this, actually, because The Rock wants Cody Rhodes to be his corporate champion, right?
Okay.
And, you know, he tells him, you know, he can make all his dreams come true. You know, he can give him anything he wants. And he ends the promo with, I want your soul.
Ooh.
And I'm just over here like, what in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow game? Devil went down to Georgia nonsense did I just hear from this man? Like, it took me a little bit to be on the gravy train with this, but he even sweetens it up for him and everything, right? He, you know, gets him meals, a bigger dressing room, you know, wine bottles for his dressing room, you know, and he even gifts this man a truck with the logo that he has tattooed on his neck. Right?
That's fucking crazy.
First of all, I can't think of something more Murica than a neck tattoo. Let's just get that out of the way. But, you know, this man was laying it on thick. He was laying it on thicker than I am right now. And listen, let me tell you something. I'm so fat that when I see somebody with a widow's peak haircut, I think of the McDonald's symbol. That's how thick I am. All right, but he lays it on thick. He wants him to be his champion, and Elimination Chamber is the place where they give him the answer, right?
Okay.
And he says, if the answer's no, the dream dies. Mind you, Cody Rhodes' father is known as the American Dream. Right? And then he adds, again. Right? So the dream is going to die for a second time. Right? And
it's a hard line.
This man said probably my 3 favorite words that I've ever heard on national television, streaming service, anywhere. He tells this man to go fuck himself on the air. I loved it. Everybody,
he told The Rock to go fuck himself?
Yeah, everybody loves an F-bomb on the air.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd popped hard.
Crowd popped hard. Cena popped hard, or at least you thought he did.
Okay.
Then he went. He goes and daps this man up, gives him a hug. So proud of him, right? And then you see John Cena's face become from a smile to absolutely stoic. Dang. And he's just looking at The Rock. The Rock is giving the little slits his throat sign that we all thought was cool in the 90s, but isn't. And he holds up 2 fingers, so maybe he has more people that are coming in this little faction that they're starting. I don't know, but we were talking about that before. We think it's a sign, right? And then he goes back, smiles at Cody Rhodes, just kicks him straight in the dick. Ooh. And then you see him, The Rock. For some reason, Travis Scott. I don't know why.
That's so random.
Travis Scott was there?
Travis Scott came out with The Rock and was beating him down with these 2. Like, at one point, they're, like, holding this man down like they're at a Diddy freak-off. Like, but, no, he hits him with the title a couple times, hits him with a Rolex. Cody Rhodes is bleeding on his suit. Travis Scott actually ended up hitting him for real. But... yeah, no. And Rock starts whipping him with a weight belt. And you know what I love about the weight belt? It has the date of Cody Rhodes' father's passing on it.
Oh, my God.
And he's getting whipped with that belt in the ring for everybody to see. Suit ripped off and everything. These guys are villains. It's supposed to be horrible.
This shit's crazy.
They are definitely villains.
They leave him out, laid out in the ring. They admire their handiwork. And then they go on to leave. And the thing that I love about this the most is John Cena's press conference. Because The Rock was all nice, talking to them about the story, how everything means something. John Cena came in the press conference mean-mugging, took the mic, looked at it for a second, dropped it and walked out, said nothing. Best press conference I've ever seen John Cena do. But...
that's crazy.
I just gave you a lot of tea right now. Like, I poured it and force fed it down your throat.
Okay,
almost.
no, I followed. I listened the whole time.
But I think what I wanted to have a take on as far as Kenny goes before I talk to you a little bit about this. How did you feel about the I Want Your Soul promo? Because I had some feelings that I got out on air a couple weeks ago.
I didn't know what to make of it when he first said it. I think he just wanted him to be all in, as best I could tell.
Right.
I don't think he's going Undertaker with this.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think he wanted him all in. He wanted him to do The Rock's bidding, whatever that may be.
Right.
In the vein of what Vince did, as Mr. McMahon. When he had a corporation and a corporate champion.
I just don't want to see anybody start rolling their eyes in the back of their head. I think those days are gone. That's all I'm saying. We used to get that with The Undertaker. I don't think I want that with The Rock. Mm-hmm. No, nobody start hanging on crosses like they used to do in the 90s in the Ministry. None of that. We ain't going there.
Crazy.
I mean, you should go look at some of the car crash television that wrestling was in the 90s.
Okay.
I think
they tried everything.
So here's the thing. I showed him probably one of the favorite things that I showed him one time because he's been thinking about watching for a while, right? one of my favorite things that I've shown him was when Kurt Angle comes in with the milk truck, right?
Yeah.
And just starts spraying everybody down. JR is on commentary. Milk-O-Mania is running wild.
That was fucking
It is
crazy.
Milkman Madness, my God. Takes his beers, chugs them together like Stone Cold does, and just takes them down.
Dang.
He also did that for his Hall of Fame speech, by the way.
Really?
It was amazing.
Bro, wasn't
Yeah.
the 90s when that dude was like, yo, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, and he drops the N-bomb? Was that the 90s? You ever
That
seen
was
that?
Booker T.
That was Booker T.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulk
video
Hogan did that in
cracks me up.
2015, not the 90s.
Dude, my favorite Hulk Hogan moment was when he went to the RNC and he ripped off his shirt and said, "Brothers, it's Trumpomania!"
I
Might
loved
have
that
swayed the
too.
vote.
That was
I
wild.
I loved the after part when he's trying to joke when he's on the stand and he's just making everybody so uncomfortable
It was so
because he has no idea what setting he's in.
It was so funny.
Oh man, but yeah, no, you're living in a pretty good world right now. There's a lot of different impressions you could do, a lot of things you could make fun of. I know you're enjoying it.
It's a great time.
I know it is. How's AC going now that we're on the topic of that?
Dude, AC's great. I mean, I'm doing shows down there 3 days a week minimum. Now that it's the on season now and it's about to be warmer and it's about to be popping down there, I'm going to be down there like 7 days a week. I'm actually moving into an apartment at the end of this week in Ventnor.
Dude, no shit. That's so dope.
Yeah, no, me, Matt, and Nate are all. It's going to be mainly Matt's place, but we're all going to be splitting.
This man's
A
about
place.
to drop out of college for this.
Fucking no, I'm graduating college. Not yet, but I'm not dropping out.
When are you graduating?
Right now, it's looking like spring of 26.
Oh, okay. So it's not that far off.
Maybe fall of
before you know it.
27.
Okay.
Or no,
Fall of 26. I was going to say, that's a pretty big range. That's about like a 2-year difference, buddy.
Yeah, it's looking like one of those situations.
Yeah. No, I hear that. How's it going, though, man?
It's good. I mean, like I said, we're gonna be down there at least. I'm gonna be down there at least like 6-7 days a week in the on season. We got rooms at Tropicana. We got 2 rooms at Claridge. We got rooms at Showboat. We got. I'm going to Nashville.
I'm glad you covered that for me because I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, no, we're everywhere. No, we're all over the strip.
You going to Zanies in Nashville?
I have no clue. All I know, I'm going to I think the Kia Theater or something.
Oh, nice.
Because Kill Tony's going to be in Nashville for 2 days, and a
Oh,
friend of
yeah?
mine's road tripping there, and she was like, "You want to come with?" I was like, "Fucking, I'll throw you some gas money and help pay for the hotel. Let's go."
Nice.
So I'm going to sign up for Kill Tony 2 days back to back, and hopefully I'll get on.
Fingers crossed.
No, not hopefully. I'm going to get on.
I've been watching it recently, and there's been this girl that's in a wheelchair with glasses that is so
Love her.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
She
what
is
her
funny.
name is.
I
but-
forget her name too because I don't
She-
respect women. However, I have seen her comedy. And I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, she's great.
But yeah, no, I'm everywhere. I'm still doing school. I'm still doing my show in Rahway bi-monthly.
Oh man.
At Luciano's. I'm a busy boy, man. Got
So-
school, got my girlfriend, got family.
love
I'm
it.
busy. What
I
about
love
you,
it.
bro? What you been up to?
So I am gonna tell you all about that, but I do actually want to get back to Kenny for a second. So this is supposed to be John Cena's retirement tour. Mind you, everybody, he's a villain. He can lie about this now. This is supposed to be his last year, but he could get away with not keeping his word and just continue on. Keep all the power for himself, especially if he wins the title, gets a 17th championship. But with that being said, what are some of the dream matches that you want to see John Cena in as far as 2025 goes? Because it is supposed to be his retirement tour.
There's a lot of guys I'd like him to see in the ring with. Braun Breaker, though, is like a young, faster, more powerful Cena.
Yes.
I think that would be a great matchup.
That could be so amazing. I want to see. You know, the Royal Rumble made me want to see him with Roman Reigns as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just with the spot where they speared him, he almost took him out. You know, there's still so many Braun Breaker matches that I think we could see that we haven't yet, which is why I'm actually hoping Finn kind of takes the title from him. And I even suggested have Braun Breaker win King of the Ring and elevate him to that world championship level so he could pick who he can face at SummerSlam, you know, like they did for Gunther last year. I think he's the guy you do it for this time. And I want to see him win a title, but I would also love to see him just in the ring with John Cena. I love that idea. Do you have anyone else in mind?
Folks that he's had a long history with, like CM Punk. I
Yeah.
think that would be great.
They're
I'd like to
teasing
see
it.
him with McIntyre as well.
Yes.
I think that could be a good one. And
Yeah.
he had history with Sheamus for when Sheamus comes back.
Yeah. I didn't
I-
think of Sheamus, but they could do that. Yeah.
And probably his longest feud was with Randy Orton. And they were
Yeah.
on again, off again for about 6 or 7 years. So I think that would be a good one.
Yeah.
And
they haven't done that match in a while either.
no, it's been a long time.
One more time. You know, I don't think I never thought I would live in a world where I'd be excited to see a face Randy Orton versus a heel John Cena match.
First time ever, man.
I'm in the Matrix right now, man, and I'm enjoying it. Like I feel like I just turned the dryer on to very fast, and the washer's going also. Like I'm in the Matrix right now. I mean, I know you don't watch, but is there anybody that you could possibly think of that you'd want to see John Cena face? Because you've heard names like CM Punk, you know who Cody Rhodes is.
I
or you know
mean,
who Roman Reigns is.
I'm probably gonna have a pretty basic answer because I don't even know what his fighting style is. I haven't even seen it, but
I low key want him to say somebody that's been out for like 40 years.
I would love for him. I would love to see a fight between John Cena and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
We have seen that before.
Dude, pull it up.
That's happened like twice.
Hey, Jamie.
It happened about 10, 12 years ago now, but it has happened.
I'll watch it.
You would watch that?
I would watch that.
You know, that might be enough. I think
Wait, hold on.
I think the first one they did is better.
Does The Rock drop his line though? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Does he?
See, this is when John Cena was dressing in all different colored T-shirts, and The Rock used to make fun of him and tell him he looked like a big fat bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
You look like a big fat bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
John Cena, you come out here with your purple shirt. You come out here with your blue shirt. You come out here with your green shirt, looking like a big fat bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
Classic, man.
I tried with my best impression.
Not bad.
You look gayer than Kevin Hart.
Oh man, but yeah. So there's history. There's history between John Cena and The Rock. Oh man.
I could also. They're building Jacob Fatu up very
Yes.
well. That would be a match.
Between him and Jacob Fatu.
Fatu eventually will get over as a face. Man, the crowd's already cheering him, and he's
Yeah,
still in the grand scheme. He's still basically a rookie.
They already love him. I mean, yeah, in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of WWE, but he had so much time on the indies. It took him a while because of his background, but but oh my God, he's been so good. His promo work has been amazing. Like, I am scared of nobody more than when I hear Jacob Fatu on the mic. Like, everything he says, I just believe. And it's not somebody who I want to run through a wall for, but it's somebody that I want to run away from while he runs through a wall at me. Like, you
He's
get
one
what I
that
mean?
can do it.
And it's everything he says and how intense he is just so believable. And I'm kind of a little sad that he didn't get into the chamber and win himself, because I know he's probably gonna face Solo at Mania, but like I want him to have something bigger now, and I know it's too early at the same time because like they're just getting him separated from Solo. So like I know it's too early, but I want it. You know what I mean?
I'd like to ask you your thoughts on where this is going now that you have Roman and you have Seth Rollins. CM Punk has been interjected in.
Yeah.
The favor is still looming out there, and
Yeah.
and these guys don't like each other, and neither does Drew McIntyre, which I can see him being put in there for a 4-way dance for WrestleMania.
You know, I think they're going to put McIntyre with Priest, and I think they're going to continue the downward spiral that he's been having. I don't know what they would do after with Drew McIntyre, which kind of makes me upset about that. But I do think at some point they're going to turn Drew McIntyre face, which is why I love the Cena-Drew McIntyre match. I would actually love to see that myself, and I've been thinking about it. But I think they're going to do a triple threat match with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. I'm not really a huge fan of multi-man matches when there's nothing on the line.
Yep.
But I love the way they kind of presented it on Raw because they had a cage match last night.
Okay.
Right?
Good
And
one.
it was finishers galore.
Yes.
But, like, it was so entertaining to watch that I didn't mind, especially because there wasn't a cover for, like, the first 10 minutes because this is how bad these two wanted to beat each other up. And, you know, it was an enjoyable match. I had fun. There was a stomp off the top rope, which just looked brutal. You know, and then Seth Rollins gets pulled out of the ring by Roman Reigns, which cost CM Punk the match. I have never seen a guy look so scared to win a match as I looked in Seth Rollins' eyes. Seth Rollins looked shook when this happened.
Okay.
You know, he tried to defend himself. He got Superman punched. He got knocked out. And what he's talking about is CM Punk is owed a favor by Roman Reigns' wise man, who's Paul Heyman,
Okay.
right? And they have a long history. These guys have been friends for decades now. Paul Heyman brought CM Punk into the WWE almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
So there's a lot of history there. And by the way, Paul Heyman came into this cage like a ninja. You could not find him beforehand for nothing. But you see CM Punk, Seth Rollins, getting beat up by Roman Reigns. Security's holding back. Adam Pearce comes out. You know, they're trying to make sure that Roman doesn't end Seth's career. And then out of nowhere, you see Paul Heyman coming in the ring like an RKO. And he's helping CM Punk to his feet. Almost looks like he's consoling and crying for him. Because CM Punk got beat up in that match. And Roman Reigns sees what's going on. He sees his wise man with his wise man's friend. And he doesn't like that very much.
Okay.
You know, so gets in the cage, throws CM Punk back and forth in the cage, hits him with a spear, takes him out as Paul Heyman is watching. So you look at the history between Paul Heyman and CM Punk. You look at what's going on, you know, between all three men, the history that they have. And you remember that CM Punk is also owed a favor because Roman Reigns helped CM Punk win a match way back when. I'm not going to get too far into that because details will probably get murky.
Fair.
But, you know, you look at all the history, and I love the way that they presented it. So what I would say is I think my feelings about multi-man matches with nothing on the line still stands. But I love the way they presented it, and I want to give the story a chance. Like, I want to be wrong. It made me want to be wrong last night on Raw. And I really enjoyed myself watching it. So
Whatever it is at WrestleMania, it will not be the conclusion. This should go on.
I know that, and that's the good part. What I think is going to happen, I have a prediction. I think the winner is either going to be Seth Rollins or CM Punk because Roman Reigns doesn't need the victory. Roman Reigns is so far in a stratosphere. He could probably take losses longer than John Cena did, and Roman Reigns would be absolutely fine. Roman Reigns doesn't need a win. But I think one man is going to cost the other the match, and it's going to be a thing of if I couldn't win, I'm taking you down with me. And I think they're going to continue the feud that way, and they're going to, you know, continue to just beat on each other for weeks and weeks. I don't know if I want to see another Hell in a Cell to end a feud, but, you know, I do want to continue to see them kind of beat each other up. You know what I would like? I would like to see it end with an unsanctioned match, kind of like a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn thing.
That was brutal.
I think it would be a good idea.
following all this, Chris?
I don't know. Am I fantasy booking okay? I just want to make sure.
I'm on board, man. I'm here for it.
All right. What do you think, Chris? I know you have no idea what the hell is going on.
To be honest, bro, I never really watched wrestling like that.
Alright.
The only really thing I know is I look exactly like Roman Reigns. That's all I know.
Yeah, no, you might be able to pass for a Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's all I know.
you're gonna catch this man to start doing. You know what he should do? He should when he goes on stage, he should throw up the ones. Try to get people to acknowledge him and see what happens.
Yo, I'm gonna steal that, bro. That's a good idea.
Yeah, whatever city you're in, just say the name of the city and then just pause and say,
Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. If I
They'll
get
pop for that.
If I get hecklers, I could just suplex them.
Yeah, right.
Nashville.
Make it seem like Brock Lesnar's coming back too.
I know that name. Yeah, dude, my mom didn't let me watch wrestling as a kid, and I don't know. I was never like interested to watch it after that. I don't know why.
Why didn't she let you watch wrestling?
It was
Did she feel it was violent?
Too violent.
She thought the fake violence was too violent.
Yeah, she let me watch Bruce Lee movies, which never made any sense.
Yeah, let's go watch the stunt movie shit.
Yeah.
You know, basically the same thing, just not live.
Exactly. She's just a hater, bro.
Yeah, like let's go watch the pre-recorded stunts. What a noob that Bruce Lee guy is, huh?
Yeah, what a noob scaling down a building himself because he can. What a fucking noob.
He's a noob.
He had to do
Gotta fake
all
your
of his
moves.
stunts in takes. How dare he?
Yeah, that's corny. You got to do it live.
Jackie Chan at least has a hole in his head. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
Did you guys know that that in
Can I just say this? Jackie Chan still goes on TV shows and has people feel the hole in his head to this day. Where's the hole in your head, Bruce Lee? I don't see it.
Wait, he actually has a hole in his head?
Yeah, no. Like, I remember the first time I saw it, he was on the Steve Harvey show.
Yeah.
And he just goes over, he's like, I have a hole in my head. And he has Steve Harvey feel his head like this. And Steve Harvey's just sitting back in his chair like, oh, hell no.
oh hell no! That's probably how he said it.
That was basically exactly how he said it.
No, so we were talking about stunts. You guys know Tom Cruise does all of his stunts.
Yeah.
I believe that.
You know, so Tom Cruise, for every movie he's ever done, he's always done all of his own stunts, jumping out of planes, jumping off of bridges, in parachutes. He's done all of it.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys saw this, but in summer of 2026, he's dropping a new movie where he's in a gay relationship in the movie. Let's just say he still did all of his own stunts.
I don't know what the gay relationship has to do with it, but
That means Tom does gay sex for a movie.
is that a stunt? I'm
called
confused.
acting.
Yes,
bro.
the whole joke is Tom Cruise does gay sex.
All right. That's a stunt now. That's stunt work.
Dude.
I didn't know that was stunt work.
He has so much money, so if he didn't
Next
wanna
time
do it, he wouldn't have to.
I'm in the bed, I'm gonna call it stunt work now. Make myself feel better.
Yeah,
go.
yeah, next time I'm in bed, I'm gonna call it stunt work, and while I'm shoving her face into
Yeah,
the pillow,
let her know I'm a stunt man now.
while I'm shoving her face into the pillow, I'm gonna start running all my new bits, so I can also, be working on my material too.
There you go. That's a good
Dude,
use of time.
you are wearing so many hats right now. Like stunt man, writer,
Dude,
producer.
I'm a professional. I don't know what you want from me. I'm a professional.
No, you're wearing a lot of hats right now, and you love to see it. I gotta say that.
Dude, you know what else? You know what other hat I'm wearing?
Do you ever do your impressions while this is going on?
Frankly, your pussy's really tight today. I love it a lot. Your asshole's super clean. I can put my tongue in there. That's what I can do.
This guy. that can't be. That can't
I
be.
love you, pussy.
Do you think that's how Trump actually
This
dirty
this
talks?
this took a turn, but
Listen, I'm not a lesbian, but if I was, I would be the best at eating pussy. That's what I would be. I'd be the best.
I believe it. I'm pretty sure you've been on the boardwalk saying that actually.
There's a lot of Mexicans on the boardwalk, everybody. There's a lot of Mexicans.
Yo, let me ask you this.
We gotta get rid of them. That's what we gotta do. We gotta get rid of them. That's what we do.
Let me ask you this. Since we're on the topic of impressions,
Yeah.
what impression brings the most? What impression do you sell the most tickets with when you're on the boardwalk?
Trump.
It's Trump.
Easy.
What's the?
I mean,
what's
listen,
the
fucking sometimes the Tony Soprano does a good fucking job because, listen, I'm in fucking South Jersey. I mean, that's fucking Tony Soprano bullshit. Everybody fucking knows Tony. So sometimes the fucking Tony will set up fucking tickets and you can't fucking complain. What are you gonna do?
You want to get him up in North Jersey doing it. You want to know something?
Yeah, but there's no fucking Atlantic City Boardwalk in North Jersey, John. You fucking retard.
No, but you know what? You know what is in North Jersey?
What?
You remember VIP Diner, the diner he used to go to in the show.
Oh yeah.
No, I used to. St. Peter's is like.
You woke up this morning, got
it's right-
yourself a gun.
It's right in between that and Journal Square.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, I used to go to that diner all the time.
Mama
it good?
always said
It
you'd
wasn't
be
bad. It was
the
all right.
chosen one. She said you wanted a million, but you got to burn the shine. You
yourself a
were
gun.
born under a bad sign with a blue moon in your eyes. Fucking sing it now.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing Kenny's reaction to this.
I haven't ever heard anybody do a really good Tony Soprano. So
Yeah.
my compliments.
Well, fucking listen, Kenny. I fucking appreciate it.
I haven't heard The Soprano in a while.
Listen, much a fucking obliged. Fucking.
I haven't heard Kenny. I haven't heard that good of a Tony Soprano since Enzo Amore, and that wasn't even a good Tony Soprano.
And that's amore. That's whatever the fuck they say.
Yell at AJ in your
Oh man.
Yo, AJ, stop being a fucking fanook! Go back to playing your fucking drums!
Oh man.
Dude, I just
But-
finished The Sopranos for like the seventh
So
time.
I think
Great
hold on.
fucking show.
Because I think this is a good place to lead in with this, because I wanted to ask you this for a little bit. We talked about Travis Scott being involved in this storyline. What is your opinion on Travis Scott getting involved? Because Travis Scott has gotten a lot of hate personally. I'm a little confused as to why. Because you let a guy like Bad Bunny go over Damian Priest. Somebody with the name of Bad Bunny going over this big 6'5" dude that people compare to The Undertaker. So I'm not sure why Travis Scott is getting all the hate that he's been getting, especially over One Punch, that he probably got told, lay it in, bring it. And to be fair to him, he did. You saw it in his promos, and it probably actually added to the intensity of Cody's promos. I'm a little confused on to why he gets the hate he does for one time being in the ring. What's your take on Travis Scott being involved?
If he's getting a lot of hate from the internet, I wouldn't stress over that. If he's getting heat backstage, then it's either they felt he wasn't smart enough before he got there, which wouldn't be on him. It would be on whoever brought him in.
I agree.
And maybe they feel like that's the first time I'd seen him on TV. So maybe they feel like it was rushed.
Yeah. I mean, Pat
And that's
Ma-
a big spot.
all I'm going to say is Pat McAfee was having fun with him burning sage as it was going on. Probably pointed that out about 4 or 5 times. But no, he looked into it. Like, he looked like he was having fun with the storyline. Like, yeah, he probably should have held back on the hit to Cody Rhodes a little bit, but shit happens. You're throwing each other around, you're flying in the air, you're doing your own stunts live. People are coming down on their heads and necks, on their back. It's a dangerous game you're playing whenever you step into a wrestling ring. I've been involved in a few shows myself. I'm a good guy manager right now.
Okay.
I kind of want to see how.
Big.
Yeah, I want to see how long that lasts. I've only done about 3-4 shows. I haven't done much, but you see the guys and girls going into the back after. We called it fake violence on the show, but like what they go through is not fake at all.
No.
So I want to point that out now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
I got a buddy. He's 7 foot tall, about 280, and he's a partner in a law firm. But he's been the world champion at the training school that's around here that does all the shows.
Yeah.
I actually work with Booker T a lot, and they trade students out. So it's they get a lot of talent through there.
Is this reality of wrestling?
No. It's Lions Pride Sports.
Okay. No, because watched a little bit of Reality of Wrestling. Like, I watched, like, the recent stuff he did with Zillafat too. And, you know, so I know that's, like, a big thing out in the Houston area. I didn't know if, you know, this was part of that or not.
No. But they're kind of getting a name out there now, ROH. But yeah, I've talked to a lot of them, a lot of these performers, and it's a lot that they go through.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't take a quarter inch wrong one way or another, and I mean you're suddenly in a lot of pain.
You're in a lot of pain. You're paralyzed. All kinds of things could happen. You know, you go one wrong way. You go one wrong way, another way. I mean, the main event that I called on the first show that I did, because the first show I did, I was on commentary. One dude came in with a leg injury. The other dude broke a couple of ribs in the match. And he had to recover for about a few months. And I remember calling the match. We had the best time calling it. You know, because everybody in the locker room was kind of spilling out for it. You know, cheering the face of the match as it was going on. Me and the heel commentator I was with at the time, John Weiss, are getting into it. We're going back and forth. You know, people were put through a couple of doors during the match. It was a fun time.
Good. What about any chairs? Folding chairs?
Oh, there were folding chairs involved. Absolutely.
Thank goodness.
It was a no holds barred match.
Yo.
My favorite part though was the doors. And I hit a line talking about how we were 3 doors down because that was the third door people went through in the show. My favorite line I have ever said in any commentary desk ever. I've called football, baseball, I've called soccer, mostly for high school, basketball. You know, probably the best thing I ever said was 3 doors down.
That's pretty funny.
And I love how much John Weiss hated it. Shout out to John Weiss, by the way.
You know what the best thing I've ever seen is?
What?
So there's a video online of it was actually taken a few years before Osama bin Laden was assassinated, and it's
yeah,
a video of
singing Poker
and it's a
Face.
video of
We
him
talked
singing
about this.
karaoke. So I just wanted to allow you guys to listen to this song of Osama bin Laden singing Poker Face, which was posted on YouTube 13 years ago, not AI.
Yeah, no, this is something that he has actually showed me. He's jamming. Hey, PJ. I think I found your theme song. Like, I found PJ's theme song. We found yours with Roman Reigns.
That actually might work for me.
I've thought about this actually. Like, I'm sure people wonder what their dream entrance would be if they ever went in somewhere. And
R. Kelly's discography.
that's a good one. I was thinking my theme song should be Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold.
Okay.
Make King Gimmicks great again, as far as wrestling goes. We were talking about Booker T. That was probably the last great King gimmick that we've seen. You know, somebody's got to make a King gimmick great again. Somebody's got to do it. And I mean, if we get a world champion as a King of the Ring again, it would be amazing. Like this man had a scepter.
Oh.
This man got carried, into the ring in his throne.
Wow.
His wife would yell, "All hail King Booker" on the way to the ring. Oh
Must feel
man,
good.
his entrance was amazing. Oh man, but
I just realized this.
What's
The most recent thing I know about wrestling is I'm involved with the punk rock and hardcore music scene,
Right.
And I see like a lot of hardcore bands get like a lot of shine because of wrestling.
yeah, that's
Like,
true.
I forgot who the guy was, but he had like this great hardcore band called Incendiary do like his walkout music. I can't remember who it was.
I mean, you have Edge's theme songs that are done by Alter Bridge.
okay. Isn't that the dude from Creed? The guitar player
I
from
don't
Creed?
I don't think so.
No?
But Alter Bridge is a big band that's gotten a lot of shine thanks to Edge.
I'm pretty sure that's the same guitar player as the dude from Creed.
He does?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
like 60% sure.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. But again, they have a lot of shine, from playing his theme song, for the last 20 years now in WWE, now in AEW. But yeah, that's one example. I'm sure I could think of others. I mean, Damian Priest had Alter Bridge theme song also, back when the Judgment Day started.
While we're talking about theme songs, I think that this theme song would be really good for John, specifically while he's walking out onto stage.
Is it that Johnny Sharp song you showed me once?
Nope.
I could do it. I'll put up the ones to it. Acknowledge me. Kenny's laughing.
Get it? Because he's a fat fuck.
Kenny's laughing. Kenny's laughing, so it works.
It works.
They would acknowledge me. I could do it. I could roll with it.
Yo, what do you think my theme song would be?
What do I think yours would be? I already know "Hail to the King" is a good one for me.
Pursuit of Vikings.
No, I don't want a good one. I want
Well,
a funny one.
Here's the
one,
thing.
alright.
It's got to be an out there rock band that nobody knows.
For funny stuff?
Dragony.
Yeah.
PJ needs yakety sax.
Ooh.
Yakety sax.
Is that a rock band?
Well, it was well known when I was young.
Okay.
Okay,
On
hold
the Benny
on.
Hill show,
By Boots Randolph.
probably.
Let's see.
Catch him in there with a cowboy hat, just going back and forth. I can do it. This is how
Fuck
they whooped the Gangman style back in the day. Oh man, I think it's a good idea. You should do it.
I should do it.
Oh man, but there is a lot to be excited about as far as wrestling is concerned, and we've covered a lot of it on this show today. So
Wait. Hold on. Can I just pull up one more thing?
yeah,
I think this would be a great song for Chris's intro.
all right, we can do that.
The Breaking Bad theme song.
No, I looked up slave music, and that's the first thing that came up.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's called the Jamal theme song.
Apparently,
It sounds like Breaking Bad, apparently. Put that old line about Breaking Bad, see how people react.
oh God.
Oh, man.
Hey, PJ.
I don't know if that one
PJ.
would work.
Play that first tune.
What?
first
The
thing.
one I just
The
played?
one
Yeah.
for me?
Yep.
Oh,
The one for John?
Yeah, one for John.
the one
Oh,
for me?
okay. I got you. I
Ruben
got
just
you.
can't help himself, huh? Listen. You want to know what Ruben's theme song should be? You want to know
Dude, it looks just like John.
You want to know what Ruben's theme song should be? His head's looking extra shiny today, so get that at the car wash. The car wash, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up bald people music. Bald
Are we still on the air?
people music. Yeah, we're still on the air.
Oh, I
Bald
couldn't see
people
anything for a
music.
sec.
What does bald people music entail?
Oh,
I have no idea.
Okay, I found this one.
It's totally a bald person
That's bald
song.
people music. Absolutely.
Someone shapes out the outside ball. Just
that
look
me?
at baldy. Just look at a baldy. Just look at a baldy. Staring at me, I got a big bald head. And I ain't afraid to show it. Show it, show it, show it.
Balding and I
I'm
know
bald
it.
and I know it.
Call that one.
He's even
Bald
beatboxing
and
to
I
it
know
now.
I'm bald and I know it.
I'm bald and I know it.
Oh man. But I gotta ask you this one last thing before we end off the show tonight. So I think John Cena should absolutely win the title, get number 17 at Mania, because I can't see how the retirement works now, if he doesn't. But would you like to see John Cena lie about his retirement tour, maybe take it to WrestleMania 42 and have some redemption after that as well. Because it could be
Absolutely.
a ruse for all we know.
Absolutely. He's going to win the title at some point. He's going to want to keep the power. He'll keep that rolling forward. They'll do who knows what with all the storylines, but it should be great. And in the end, he'll have to turn around face, retire as the good guy, and get carried out on his shield.
I love that, man.
You know, I think that John Cena turning heel is just him preparing us all to see his name on the Diddy list.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe.
You think John Cena wasn't doing no freak offs?
It would be
Nah, he
it would be a
definitely
heel
was.
move, that's for sure.
You think John Cena wasn't doing no freak offs?
He would be a villain, 100%. But
But John, is he coming out with the hair buzzed up again with the big bald spot in the back?
they said he might. I heard
He ought
something
to.
about it.
I'm just saying, as an old guy, trust me, he needs to. He needs to trim that down.
You want to have him get the Kurt Angle look going?
Not that much, just how he wore it, that military style cut he had forever and ever.
Just with the bald head?
Just a buzz cut, yeah.
I mean, I could see it. I don't know. At that point, I feel like you might just want to get rid of it, but that's just me.
How did he become
Nah,
such a
but-
meme?
I am super excited for everything that is going on in WWE. We got to talk about a lot of it, including a lot of the women's storylines that are going on. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, a little bit about Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I mean,
Logan Paul.
we
Yep.
mentioned a lot of names.
What a fag that guy is. He looks like a dog, like Rosie O'Donnell. He looks like
He's
looks
a
like
four.
dog. He's a 4. Not as bad as Crooked Hillary though. She's a 2.
Listen, man, he got beat up on Raw last night. You would have liked it.
Listen, Hillary's a 2. She's not a 1, only because she has okay tits. That's
Maybe
what she
1.5.
has. No, she's a 2. She has okay tits. Those are
0.5,
those
we'll
are better
round up.
than bad tits.
That's fair. That's a good point. All right, but anyways,
My black friends, they let me say the N-word. That's what they do. My white friends, not so much. They're kind of gay.
this is his impression of Hogan at the convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
No, but man, I'm always excited to have you on and talk about pretty much anything with you. I gotta have a sports one where I talk with you about football and all that stuff one day. I enjoy having you on here, talking to you about different things, and I always appreciate having you on in the studio. This was actually the first time he's been back here in months because he's been performing so much.
Dude,
So-
I'm busy at school, doing college. I'm in fucking Atlantic City, but I was in the air tonight, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if there's a hot tag takes tonight. So
Why not, right?
I rolled on through. Kenny, dude, it was so nice to see you again, dude.
Man, you too, brother. I'm glad to see you're doing so much and doing so well.
Thank you, man. I'm glad to see you two are still autisming off with the wrestling.
Mostly me. Nah, man, I always appreciate having you on. Appreciate just talking to you about anything, enjoying your company, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I got to have you back on a little bit sooner this time. Next time you come on.
I'll have to have you on my show. We'll run that back.
Hey, man, I would love that. 100%. Let me know when, and I'll try to make it happen, all right?
Sounds good. Big John, I appreciate you, my friend.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys so much.
Have a good night.
Before
Kenny.
we go, make sure you guys listen to Willie 1550 and 98.7. He does amazing interviews on the air. You can find his interviews on iHeart and Spotify as well as on the radio in Texas. Anyways, everybody, like, comment, share, subscribe. We just passed 6,100 subscribers, as we've talked about. Help us get to 62. Help us get to 7K. Help us get to 10K. This is Hot Tag Takes. We will be back next week as well. Make sure you guys catch us. Deuces.
Deuces.
Yo.
Dude, I want to be able to shred.